आज हम डिकोड करेंगे एक secret that is buried so deep within our modern systems, it's almost invisible. And hey, I'm just going to warn you right out of the gate, the concepts we're unpacking in this explainer today, they are heavily guarded. Understanding them is probably going to make your friends and family more than a little jealous of the knowledge you're about to have.
Look, 99% of people are going to want to click away right this second. It's not a joke, it's literally just basic human psychology. Our brains naturally want the easy route, right? They crave comfort. They want to completely avoid the discomfort of paradigm-shifting information. But, by doing that, they trigger the ultimate loss. They miss out on the chance to fundamentally change their entire trajectory. If you're still here, listening to my voice, your curiosity has actually already overpowered your brain's lazy default setting. You're putting yourself in a prime position to learn what the elite few already know.
Okay, let's dive into this massive divide. We're looking at a pretty stark contrast here. The 99% representing the ordinary, everyday experience, and the 1% representing the elite class. And listen, this isn't just about the money in your bank account, it is about an entirely different operating system for life itself. The 1% have totally hacked the modern wealth system, and they've left the rest of the world running on these super outdated analog rules. So to really understand exactly how they pull this off, we need to take a hard look at how the ordinary operating system actually works.
Section 1. The Hard Work Lie.
This brilliantly illustrates the ultimate trap, which is selling time. The ordinary world basically conditioned you to take your most precious finite resource, your waking hours, and trade it for a strictly capped amount of money. People are essentially selling away their lives for pennies, clocking into a 9-to-5, crossing their fingers, and just hoping it magically leads to wealth someday. Now contrast that with building assets in the elite world. It's a night and day difference. This right here is the absolute fundamental difference in how your effort is actually applied.
Just absorb this realization for a second. If physical exhaustion and sheer hard work were the guaranteed recipe for wealth, the absolute richest people on earth would be laborers, right? Not elite billionaires. Operating under those old rules means you're going to stay stuck running on a treadmill forever, getting nowhere. You desperately need a way out, and a total shift in perspective is exactly how you're going to find it.
Section 2. Entering the digital realm.
Now, hidden inside this digital realm is a concept that the wealthy actively try to keep under wraps. It's called leverage. Leverage is essentially a superpower. It's the ability to make absolutely sure your work, your influence, and your income continue to flow even while your eyes are closed and you're sound asleep. Instead of relying on exhausting physical effort and just trading time for dollars, the elite are out here utilizing AI tools, smart algorithms, and massive digital networks to do all the heavy lifting for them. They have totally decoupled their earning potential from their physical time.
So the crucial point here is understanding what these automated tools are actually producing. They're creating digital assets. A digital asset is something you create just one single time, but you can sell it repeatedly, infinitely, with zero physical limitations. We're talking about things like code, software, 3D art, digital media, the whole shebang. These assets are the true engines of modern wealth. I mean, they operate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, they never ask for a coffee break, they never call in sick, and they definitely don't demand overtime pay.
And when you finally set up one of these automated digital systems, the growth is shockingly rapid. The notifications just start pouring in. Bam, plus $100, plus $500, plus $10,000. Honestly, in the very first week of breaking out of the ordinary system, you can pull in more than you would in an entire year of just selling your time. It feels incredible. You think, yes, I finally won the game. I figured it all out.
But just as your revenue peaks, the system crashes. Boom. Out of nowhere, a massive hacker attack or an impending account ban hits you. You see, when you rise too fast, the old system aggressively tries to pull you back down. It's brutal. Your newfound wealth is suddenly incredibly vulnerable. Just one critical error, one tiny algorithmic shift, and you are literally on the absolute verge of losing everything you just built and getting sent straight back to square one.
Section 3. The Unstoppable Machine.
The absolutely crucial lesson here is that true wealth isn't just a quick payout or some temporary spike in revenue. No, true wealth is an identity and a brand that never crashes. A fragile system? Sure, it can be hacked. An account can be banned. But a powerful, established identity and a resilient brand? Those exist safely in the minds of millions of people. To achieve absolute, unbreakable financial freedom, you have to forge a machine that can withstand any attack, any sudden algorithm change, or any total system failure.
Let's move along and see how this builds into the core strategy to survive this wild transition.
These are the 3 golden rules of digital wealth. These aren't just suggestions. They are the exact non-negotiable steps required to actually thrive. They serve as the cognitive anchor for anyone trying to utilize what we call the 2026 loophole. So let's break down each one of them right now.
Rule number 1 is scale. You must do work that reaches 10 million people, not just 10. Think about it. If you're running a local storefront or providing a service that requires you to physically be in a room with someone, you are entirely capped by geography and time. To achieve real digital wealth, you absolutely have to break past those local limits. You need to project your value, your assets, or your brand to a massive global audience. The internet allows your work to be infinitely reproducible, right? You have to take full advantage of that massive scale.
Rule number 2 is automation. Remember that nasty trap of selling your time we talked about earlier? Well, you have to completely flip that power dynamic on its head. You must make AI, algorithms, and software your laborer. You absolutely cannot be the laborer yourself. In this new digital economy, your job is to be the architect, the director, the visionary. You build the systems, you write the prompts, you set the parameters, and then you just step back and let the tireless machines execute all the heavy lifting around the clock.
And rule number 3 is high-value skills. You have to learn what 99% of people honestly believe is impossible. This is all about extreme exclusivity. The real reason only the 1% survive and thrive in this transition to digital wealth is because they acquire skills that seem like pure magic to the ordinary person. Whether that's complex coding, mastering emerging AI models, or deeply understanding digital behavioral psychology, you must acquire knowledge that makes you completely irreplaceable. That is what gives you immense leverage.
Now, what's really interesting here is how this perfectly illustrates the total transformation. You're moving far away from traditional donkey work, low scale, physical human labor, easily replaceable skills, and going straight into the 2026 loophole strategy. That means massive global scale, automated digital labor, and highly exclusive high-value skills. This isn't just some minor shift in your daily tactics. No, it is a complete structural overhaul of how you generate value in the world. This is literally your practical blueprint.
Section 4. The final choice.
The year 2026 rewards action, not crying. Look, you can sit around and complain about the system all day long. You can lament how unfair things are or how totally draining the 9-to-5 grind is. But guess what? The digital economy doesn't care. It simply doesn't care. It only rewards those who take the leap, who actually learn the high-value skills, and who build the automated systems. You must take your very first step today, or you're just resigning yourself to the mundane, exhausting struggles of your old life forever.
So, I'm going to leave you with this powerful, lingering question. Will you build, or will you go back? You now know the secrets of the 1%. You've seen the exact mechanics of digital leverage, and the specific rules required to finally escape the trap of selling your time. The path forward is completely illuminated for you, but absolutely no one can walk it for you. Are you going to close this explainer and return to the ordinary world? Or are you going to start building your unstoppable machine today? The choice is entirely yours.